So I grew up without a religious background. We were the kind of family that, we went to church on holidays, and I was baptized as a kid, but I didn't know really what it meant, right? And I mostly was more concerned that my pastor had liquor on his breath because I could smell it, right? So growing up, I didn't have a religious background. And I was born psychic, medium, empath. I had all of these gifts and abilities, and I thought it was normal. I thought everyone had it. I didn't know everyone didn't have it. And so I didn't have a foundation of religion. And the religious people I was around in life that understood I had gifts but didn't comprehend it, that they were spiritual in nature, rejected my gifts. I was labeled a witch. I've been called it all. I'm sure you guys know you've been called it all too, right? So I didn't have a desire for church. I had a very bitter taste in my mouth towards organized religion and the church in general. Here I am. I'm like, how can they be so judgmental? But yet, they want to save me. That was my mindset, right? So I embarked on a journey of myself. I'm going to be 49 in July, and so we didn't have access to the internet to research things. I had to walk my little tail up to the public library and check books out, and there wasn't a whole lot on what I was experiencing other than like Edgar Cayce and Psychic Sylvia Brown. And these were the sources of information that I started to gather that made sense to my soul. Now remember, my soul. It made sense to my soul. So I've always been psychic. I've always had this amazing gift to help people. I've been delivering messages, for over 25 years now. And it's just been part of my fabric. It hasn't been until recently that God has been truly working through me and upon me. And I say this because I have had two open visions with Jesus Christ, meaning one was in my living room, and it was actually like in my living room. I was in the desert in my living room. And I know this sounds crazy, but it's open vision. It's where it's like literally in front of you. So that was one of my visions. I also had another vision of Jesus Christ standing on top of like a building. And it was like, so here's the thing. I got to be honest with, I don't know anything about the Bible. I didn't know anything about Israel, Jerusalem. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything other than little tad bits that I gathered, formulated for my own sense of purpose to understand